All right, that was a little heated. All right, then. So that conversation right there, we'll pick up more of that a little bit later in the show. Right now, though, let's talk with Tom Sybil Arsenio on the Tom Jordan Morning Show. We're going to talk Delta Days in the nation's capital. Tom, I got a studio full of Deltas. They barred any AKAs from being on the show today. Just kidding. All right, folks, here we go in just a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen,
presenting
Rolling.
from Washington, D.C., Roland Martin, good morning.
Tom Sybil Arsenio Hall, good morning. Glad to be with you. Shout out to the brothers of Power Macron, Texas A&M, Alpha Phi Alpha. Had our brotherhood get together this weekend, all the graduate brothers, and so good to see all of them in Big D, Tom. Speaking of Big D, lots of Ds will be in D.C. today and tomorrow. I don't mean Democrats. I mean, the ladies of Delta Sigma Theta, since 1989, they've had their Delta Days here in D.C., in the nation's capital. Thousands will be here, focusing on public policy and actually going to Capitol Hill to speak to the issues that black folks care about, the members of Congress. And joining us right now, right here, Tom, 3 prominent Deltas. First and foremost, National President. She is with us. Okay, is it President or is it, because y'all got them titles, Basilisk, President, you know, Grand Poobah. Okay, I'm just double checking. All right. Paulette Walker is here. Also, 2 members of Congress who are Deltas, Tom. Congresswoman Marsha Fudge, as well as Congresswoman Joyce Beatty. Y'all hear me?
Yes, I do.
All right, then. So first,
I'm good. I'm good, sis. How you doing?
I'm wonderful, thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. So President Walker, I'm gonna start with you. First of all, how many folks how many sisters are gonna be here?
Let me see. I believe last count we had over 1,000.
More than 1,000.
Yeah,
Red
more
dress.
than 1,000. Yes.
Really? Are you singing Johnny Gill, put on a red dress?
Yes, he is. Yes,
Really?
he is.
Okay,
Yes,
all right,
yes.
okay. Please let Johnny do it. Okay.
So you know that sounded just like Johnny.
Yeah, you sounded just like Johnny Gill, just like him, right? He's texting me right now. Tell him to stop. So, President Walker, so what are the issues you're focusing on? Because we saw many Deltas on Capitol Hill when it came to Loretta Lynch being confirmed. But what are the critical issues you're focusing on this year?
Okay. We're going to focus on economic development in terms of eradicating poverty. We're going to focus on education. We're going to focus on financial security. We're going to focus on healthcare issues, the issues that have been raised that are not only important to America in general, but specifically important to the African American community.
Congresswoman Fudge, you were former national president as well. How critical is it to have black women, Deltas in particular, using their power, pushing members of Congress?
I think it's important for us to show the leadership that we have. Power comes from black women, and I think everybody knows that from this last election and the ones before it. We bring a certain strength, we bring a certain understanding, and obviously a certain intellect. You know, we are all college-educated women. We work very hard. And Tom, I thank you for having us because I think it's important that people know what the Greek community can do.
Yeah.
And I think that it's important that people realize that no matter what our walk of life is, we are still black women together doing great things.
Yeah.
Congresswoman Beatty, as Congresswoman Fudge has said, black women voted at a higher rate than any other group in America in 2008. A higher rate than 2012. Not only when you talk about being college educated, black women are going to college at a higher rate than any other group as well. And so these public policy issues matter.
They matter a lot to us, and as our president said, when we talk about eradicating poverty, when we talk about health care and education, it's so important to the entire country, but for young black women coming up, we're setting an example as Deltas. We have young women who work with us. We're engaged with the HBCUs. Education is a major component, because if you can eradicate poverty, if you can put a roof over someone's head, if you can give them financial security, security, it makes a difference. And that's how we fight in the community, in our jobs. I serve on the National Social Action Committee for Delta Sigma Theta sorority, and we have some of the brightest minds across the country putting together a position paper that we will roll out today. So this is timely for you, and Tom, thank you for having us, because we have a strong message as Deltas, college-educated Black women making a difference in this country.
President Walker, we've seen stories.
Amen.
We've seen stories. The young girl in McKinney, Texas, the sister in South Carolina was turned over as well. And so, when it comes to issues like that, how are Deltas moving outside of their organization and saying you're going to be fierce defenders of women, Black women in particular, who are being attacked, whether it's police, whether it's Rakia Jones by Dante Servin, shot and killed in Chicago as well?
I think, again, once that we all realize that Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated is beyond just being a Delta. First of all, as Black women, there are issues that we all must deal with and we all are confronted with. As mothers, there are issues that we have to deal with. As grandmothers. So when we talk about current issues that are affecting the world and affecting particularly African-American community, Delta Sigma Theta has always been at the forefront. Always has been, always will be.
Well, you know what? Whatever affects Black women affects us, clearly. And so in those situations, we're out in the streets, Roland. You know, I'm from Cleveland, where we had issues with a lot of things, with Tamir Rice and others. We put our prosecutor out because we are tired of being treated like second-class citizens. We're going to continue to be the resistance movement. We're going to continue to be leaders in getting people out in the streets. And we're going to continue to make sure that our communities are educated about what is going on in this country.
And to that point, Congresswoman Beatty, how do we push this issue to say, sure, Deltas are coming to D.C., but what's happening across this country is what's happening in the state capitals,
right.
What's happening in county commissioner courts and city halls as well. So you must also see that pressure, whether folks are wearing red and white, whether they're wearing pink and green, whether they're wearing black and gold, whether they're wearing purple and gold, or all of the colors, saying, look, we need you at every level of government.
Right.
Absolutely. And not only are we here, and I think tomorrow when the nation watches and you have more than 1,000 women standing on the United States Capitol, people in our chapters across the country will be going into state capitals and meeting with state legislators and governors.
And the other thing we do, Roland, we encourage our members to run for office.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Get out there and run. Because if we are represented, then we know that our people are represented.
And you can be a
That
congresswoman or even the attorney general of the
That's
United
right.
States.
Absolutely.
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 There you go.
I was going to say yesterday during the session, the question was asked, how many of you are elected officials? That number was astronomical. I mean, I looked at it, I was like, oh my God.
All
That's
right,
why we
then.
fight for voting
Yes.
rights as well.
Thanks,
All right.
Roland. Thanks.
Well,
Thanks,
we
Tom.
appreciate it.
Thanks,
Yes,
everyone.
sis.
Thank you so very
Yes.
much.
Congress,
And
Hey,
I ain't
sis.
crazy, Tom. I shout out my wife Jackie. She a Delta. Don't get cut off.
What song you want me to play for you, sis?
What song y'all want him to play?
Johnny Gill, my.
Yeah.
I'm your DJ. I'm DJ Request. Hug it next.
All right,
26
Tom, thanks so much.
past the hour.
All right, I appreciate you, folks. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, when we come back, folks, we're going to talk about President Donald Trump lying again. Lying again. Now he's accusing President Obama of wiretapping him during last year's presidential campaign. What is wrong with this man? Plus, singer-songwriter Shelby J. Exclusive interview, her first big national interview since Prince died almost a year ago. We'll talk about the impact of her mentor on her life. 26 after the hour. News 1 now on TV 1.